Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Emmie from Emmie Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. So, Pisces, this one was intense. I got a very intense feeling when I asked Michael what this reading was going to be about. I was told that if you want the cycles to stop, then you have to stop the cycles. Then you have to stop the cycles. You have to be the one to remove yourself from whatever the cycles are. So let's get started. Just going to get the deck ready. It seems like the purging process for Pisceans is kind of quieting down at this point. I feel like much of what we needed to purge has already been purged, like whatever it is we're going to let go of. It's been let go of. The things that haven't been purged are probably things that we're not willing to, okay? It's probably stuff that we really are not comfortable letting go, fixations, expected outcomes. For some of us, we're still hurting so much that it's like without focusing on what we're hurting about, we kind of don't know what to do with ourselves. That doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you dramatic. It just is something we have to acknowledge about ourselves in our process. Okay, we need to give ourselves permission to be human beings. I'm identifying that a lot of the things that have been irritating me over the past few months is my expectation of my lack of feeling, my lack of emotional response to whatever it is I'm responding to. Now that I'm like, okay, girl, no, just kind of give yourself permission. Yeah, you have a reason to feel whatever you're feeling. I don't feel so hard pressed to control my behavior, to control my feelings and where the thoughts go after I feel what I feel. When we try too hard to control, we have a tendency to push back. We have a tendency to fight our own process. So, all right, we're ready. We are ready. So card number 44, Visions of Life Beyond Death. We just went through a spiritual death. You know, many Pisceans who have been experiencing all of these different shiftings, all of the difficult emotions and thoughts that go with our shifts. It caused parts of us to basically wither away and die. If you've been, and this is a spiritual death, not an actual physiological death. If you've been feeling like part of you just kind of is no longer there, part of you, you don't understand where a part of you went. Suddenly you're a different person and you don't know who you are. Like, where is this coming from? Why am I not seeing and feeling my life the way I used to? Well, the part of you that was super entrenched in whatever you're going through in this moment, this current cycle, that was shed. That was shed. And so we'll go through short periods of grieving as we shed parts of ourselves. It is okay to grieve parts of your life, to grieve the parts of you that are no longer at the forefront of your awareness. It's okay to grieve that, because when you get so attached to something, even if it's toxic, we still have to be able to grieve that. We have to be able to feel whatever we feel and be sad and, whatever else we need to feel. Okay, card number 39, free from judgment, free to love. It's okay for you to have loved the parts of yourself that you deem toxic and let go of. That you never needed to hate yourself. At no point were you required to hate any part of you. Even the parts that caused you to feel embarrassed, even the parts that no one else understood, the parts that caused you to continue to choose to participate in toxic cycles. There is no part of you that needs to be hated. There are, however, parts of you that absolutely are desperate for your love, not someone else's love, but your love, your attention, your care. We give so freely our love to other people. And it's not uncommon for a Piscean to give their love to someone who doesn't want it, who doesn't appreciate it. And it's not that they don't want you. It's that either they don't want the way you love, or they're not capable of appreciating the way you love, like so completely. And when they can't appreciate it, when they can't see the value in it, then they have a higher tendency to take advantage of it. So if you have a lot of people taking advantage of you, what you offer, your friendship, your love, your patience, all of that, you're probably trying to force it on someone without realizing. And that someone probably does not have the capability, the maturity to understand the gravity of what you're offering. And it's at that point, you kind of need to consider what it is you're doing. 92% at 9/11. 9 plus 2 is 11. 9 plus 1 plus 1 is 11. 11, 11. This is the realization. This is the point in your journey where you begin to realize the very things that you've been participating in, the effects of that participation, and the realization that you are powerful enough to decide for yourself whether you're going to continue with that or not. So card number 1, after the storm, you're needing to fly somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe fly somewhere within yourself, a different place within your mind, a different place within your heart. If you exist solely in the mind where you have to use logic, that's not logical. I can't do that. That's not logical. I can't do it. Maybe you need a little less logic and a little more feel. If all you do is feel and you don't temper that feeling with logic, maybe you need to allow yourself to feel a little bit less and begin thinking about why you feel the way you do and how that's going to catapult you to the next part of your life. You can't be all or nothing. You just can't. You can't have all fins and no tail. You can't have all fins and no tail. You can't have all tail and no fins. You need movement and direction. You can't just be all direction. You're not moving anywhere. You're like, you're just going to be in circles. And if you're just like whipping your tail around and fast, go faster, go faster. What if there's a wall in front of you? What's going to happen then? You're just going to keep smacking into the wall? You need both in proper measure at proper time. Because you don't need to be changing direction if you're trying to speed forward. And if you're trying to do a delicate maneuvering, you really shouldn't be doing it too fast because the maneuvering is going to be affected. Proper measure and time for everything. So after the storm, you will find you have everything that you've ever needed already within your grasp. And all that really needs to be shifted was your perception. What is this about? Why did you need to fly away? Where did you fly to? What did you find there? Have you even paused to kind of get your bearings? Like, where are you even? Do you even know? And many of us don't know where we are within ourselves. We think that, okay, we're in ourselves. Like, what do you mean? Well, are you focused more on the mind? Are you focused more on the heart? Are you focused more on the throat, the belly? Where is it? Depending on which chakra you're near, wherever you're positioned within your body, wherever you are, there's a chakra nearby. And whatever that chakra is, that's the emotion and life lesson, life theme that you're working on. If you're more towards your sacral, that has to do with family relationships. That has to do with romantic connections. That has to do with sometimes sense of abandonment. Well, how come it has to do with it? Well, because the womb. You can't be abandoned in your mother's womb. And maybe that's what you're trying to go back to, this sense of complete safety, surrounded by nothing but safety and love. And maybe that's why you're there. Who knows? Maybe you've taken it upon yourself to be the mother in your family, in your relationships. Do you have to be someone else's mother? Is that your job? Or are you looking for the fractals of your inner child that you see reflected in other people? And so now you're trying to mother them. Because really, a lot of the things that we do, myself included, these are coping mechanisms. We do things for other people that we are too afraid to do for ourselves, whether that be healing, empowering, encouraging, inspiring, whatever it is, we're probably in desperate need of that. But we don't want to admit it to ourselves. So, card number 11, strength, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. You're both the lion and the lamb. You are. You're both the lion and the lamb. Allow yourself to experience vulnerability. Allow your truth to function like a lion, something that doesn't need to explain itself, something that just exists, and anyone who sees it recognizes it for what it is. Truth. This is about stepping into the truth of your authenticity, actually being authentic, not being a manufactured authenticity where you have to just kind of play this role, where it's like, oh, no, I'm doing the work. I'm like, I'm doing the meditations and like I'm reading the books, but does that really do something for you? Is it really helping you to see who you are, where you're at? Or is it just another way to convince yourself? Because remember, if you're doing things logically, are you allowing yourself to truly feel what the process is that you're going through? Because that's the key to it. And if you're too concerned about the technique and the process and all this and all that, I mean, are you really fully present? Like my energetic system, when I teach, I give you the basics of why this particular type of technique is effective, the general gist of how it functions. And then I quickly explain that. And now we're deep into that lesson. We're into how to do the techniques. And we're not talking about proper form. We're talking about, what do you feel? Did you feel it? What was your experience? Where did you feel it on your body? Because that will tell you where you're at. And people, when they feel what it is they're learning, they have a tendency to pull it very, very deep into themselves and learn it at a level that a book just can't teach. Books can't teach you like that. Books can inspire you. Books can explain to the point of inspiration. Books can explain to the point of empowering you, because now what you were already feeling before you ever found out that book existed, it's being validated by something written. So it's all about feeling. Card number 17, the star. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. And what if that mountain can be dissolved by simply allowing yourself to gaze upon it? What if that mountain simply exists as a reminder that we have separated ourselves from the next part of our journey? Because it's a scary concept when our journey is straight ahead and there's a huge mountain there. What if this mountain is simply a representation of our fear blocking us from moving forward? And these are things we have to consider. 9 of Autumn. Reward yourself for all your hard work. Being happily and successfully self-employed. Cherishing your time alone. Ooh. Play your life like it's your instrument. Play it like this is your final performance. Play it like you really, really, really are feeling every single note. Like every note begins in your heart and moves forward from there. Just play your life like this person is playing themselves. Ain't nobody wants your man, boo-boo. Get the fuck out of here. So just play it, okay? Allow yourself to really, really feel and flow. Don't allow yourself to fall for the conditioning, okay? There is conditioning going on in this world. There are things that want to distract you. There are things that really, really, really need you to choose to participate in order for it to continue. When you don't choose to participate, when you choose to cut it off, what more can they do? Not a damn thing. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply block their need, block their ability to comment on you in your life. That silence is powerful. It's a reclamation of your space and your sovereign right. This is my space. I choose who joins me. I choose who gets removed. That's fucking sovereignty. Right there, that's sovereignty. With no fear of, oh my God, I don't want people to think I'm mean. Well, if you think I'm mean, then you probably can't handle the message that I'm bringing forward. And maybe that's none of my business. Maybe I need to just continue being a lion among the sheep. Maybe. And maybe people need me or need you to pretend you're a sheep. If you know you're a lion, be a fucking lion. That's just that. That's just that. If you know you're a lion, stop being afraid of being what you are. You can go ahead and continue to wear that sheep skin if you want. You can. I mean, I hear it's soft. I don't know. I've never worn sheepskin. Evolve. Just like William said, evolve. So card number 6, the burden. Really, so many of us are burdened with allowing people to climb on our backs and direct us to where they want to go. No. No, boo. No. And they try and handle you wearing green gloves as though their behaviors, their mishandling of you is heart-based. No. Because if it was really heart-based, their behaviors, their beliefs, they wouldn't be riding on you. They wouldn't. And it doesn't matter if they compensate you later. It doesn't. Because, I mean, are you a human being or are you a business? I mean, because if you want to be a spiritual Uber, just know you don't get a say in how many people are getting in the car. However many seats you have available, that's however many people is getting in that car. And what is it? What's getting in the car? Is it another human being? Or is it something parasitic? I mean, I'm never going to be a spiritual Uber. That's not something I agree to. I will never agree to that. Nope. I can help you find someone to give you direction. I don't know. I'm on my own journey. I'm on my own journey. And it's not that I don't care. It's that I recognize my caring for you should never enable whatever distortions are making your journey harder for you. It's not my job to do that. It's not my function to do that. My function is to allow other people to witness my own personal self-healing journey. And that's it. That's it. And just by allowing people to see, hey, you're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. We're all kind of going through the same thing. We're all kind of just fumbling our way along. And at the end of the day, it's all good. We all get to where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there. So card number 2, moment to moment. It's time for you to be present for each moment. It's okay to have plans for the future, but it's not okay to be so rigid in your plans that, it's just a distraction where instead of going where you need to go, you're now instead going where you thought you should go, going where you think people want you to go. I mean, I don't know. What is it that you need to do? What is it that you need to do in life? Do you need to please other people? Or do you need to figure out what it is you need so that you can take care of yourself, so that you can take care of your needs, right? So let's see. Ooh, okay. So card number 30 and card number 18, rigid and forbidden. I wonder if you're feeling some sort of rigidity because it's forbidden for you to work on yourself. I wonder if you're experiencing rigidity because you believe in someone else forbidding you from doing what you need to do. What is it about? Do you know? Do you know where it's coming from? Do you know when this rigidity was installed within your programming? Do you know when it became forbidden for you to open your own doors within your own castle inside your own kingdom? Do you know? Because most of us don't know these answers. Most of us will spend years and years and years looking for someone to tell us what to know, what to think, what to do. 81% at 927. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. 999. That's the highest elevation of divinity. And that comes out to 27. 2 being the number of guidance. 7 being the number of divine completion. Your highest aspects are guiding you to divinely complete these cycles so they can be done. They can be over with. So you can now level up to the next level of learning. And so pay them no attention. They're just trying to distract us. Well, I find that when the message is that profound, when the message is going to be something that's going to truly affect the trajectory of your journey in a positive way, it draws more distractions and more trolls. And when that happens, notice that. Really, really allow yourself to notice that and take it as definitive proof to keep fucking going. Ooh, fuck yeah. That's how I see it. 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 And that's the conclusion I just came to. I just came to this conclusion of like all of these things that we go through where we experience people and circumstance that kind of makes us feel like, oh God, I just don't want to be here. Oh God, I just want to fucking quit. Oh God, I'm so sick of this. Are you sick of it? Or are you being pushed to the point of rebelliousness, where now, just because you're trying to stop me, I'm going to rebel against you because you are an external projection of my internal resistance, my internal war against myself, my purpose, my path. And now I can focus on you and giving you a big fucking healthy, fluffy ass finger. And now I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I already had my little thing. Now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna keep going forward. So I go through these cycles too. It's fine. It's fine. It really, it's fine. Because at the end of it, at the very, very end of it, when I finally get past that, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm doing this. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna keep going. If you just left me alone, I probably would have still been in that little like, I don't want to go live. I don't want to do my purpose. I don't want to work. But because you kept poking me, now I'm going to do all of that. at once. So card number 12, Hex, be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. More and more when this card comes up, I feel like the enemy is actually ourselves. More and more. It's like the more this comes up and the more I identify the people or the circumstance that I feel is like an enemy to my growth, I recognize it all really starts within me. I recognize that these are things that I say and do to myself, and now someone else is saying or doing that to me, and it's a projection of my own things that I need to really fucking address. So y'all saw just a few minutes ago, y'all saw this thing of like someone was trying to be rowdy in the comments, removed it, addressed it, keep going. Well, here's the thing. Sometimes when I'm reading, I'm all rowdy in my head, addressed it, keep going. Just keep going. That's something that happens within myself. Just keep going. Keep going with intention, with direction, with drive. Intention, direction, and drive. Because remember, we can't be all fin, we can't be all tail. And we can't just have no idea where we're going. Intention, direction, and drive. Somebody, email that shit to me. Intention, direction, and drive. You got the IDD. It is good stuff. Okay, so card number 11, flash over. It's all in your head. It is. How amazing you are, how obnoxious you are, how valuable you are, how valueless you are. That's all in your head. And whatever you believe of yourself, you're going to find people who will validate that for you. If you believe you are amazing, that you have so much to give to the world, you have so much to give to yourself, you will find people who validate that for you. When I finally exited this point in my life where my disbelief in myself, my fear of my own greatness, my embarrassment for my truth reached a fever pitch, and I popped that bitch like a boil and drained it, it was a stinky period. I popped that boil, I drained that bitch. And then I felt relief. I felt relief to finally just be me. Because all this toxicity was building up like the pus inside a boil. It was building up within myself. And I felt the pressure. I felt so much anxiety and pressure all the fucking time. And why is that? Because of my own toxic beliefs about myself. Because I was raised in a very devoutly religious household. And everything I am doing, everything that my purpose requires of me, my religious programming taught me to believe it's demonic and evil, and I am an abomination. But then when I got to that point and I burst that boil and drained it, I realized, okay, well, wait. One of the first things I was taught is that God is omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipowerful. That means the everything, the nothing, and the spaces in between. And if God is this powerful and this intentionally great, then that means God created me intentionally. So how can another human being be given the power that's rightfully God's to tell me to sit down and shut up because I'm an abomination? So you either believe God is omnipotent or all of that's bullshit and God made a mistake when creating me. And then my programming kicked in, and God doesn't make mistakes. It just doesn't. So therefore, my entire existence is intentional. Everything that I'm able to do needs to stop being hidden away. Every message that I'm given that gives me a higher elevation of knowing needs to be shared. Everything about me needs to be witnessed by the people who are ready to witness the proper way to love yourself. It's through authenticity and owning your life, owning your human history, so no one else can shame you, so no one else can put you in a box. Because if you don't go in that box, I'll let everyone know. Let everyone know what? That I'm fucking amazing? Please do. It troubles me having to talk about my amazingness. Please do. Go tell everybody. Tell them all. I'll even build a soapbox for your bitch ass to stand on as you talk about me to everyone. Bring them all to me. Let them witness for themselves exactly what you are talking about. But give them the freedom to decide how they will receive it. Because you don't have that kind of power. Let them decide. And those who are not in alignment with you, your path, your purpose, what you were created for, let them fall away. Love them in such a way that empowers both of you. It empowers me to know that something about my existence sparked this moment where you decided for yourself, I'm not in alignment, I'm out. Yes, decide for yourself. And something empowers me about seeing that, wow, there's something within me that you find value in, that you continue to choose to share space with me. That's also such a yes, wow. And then you begin to realize, well, shit, if I can embrace this and celebrate it, and embrace this and celebrate it, well, the whole fucking life is just a celebration now. There's no point in me being disappointed with myself and my journey. I can celebrate all of it. I can celebrate all of it. So that is where you enter a phase of detox. Cleanse and restore yourself. Cleanse yourself of all the things you were forced to believe about yourself, to believe about your journey, to believe about creation, your purpose, all of that. Allow yourself to purge it. Allow yourself to purge it. Who are they? God made no mistakes. They are the people who were created to reflect back to us the very distortions we house within us. So they are us. We are them. And as soon as you finish showing me, projecting back at me, a reflection of my internal discord, my internal disharmony, thank you. Keep moving on. I don't need to go on that merry-go-round and have you continue to teach me and teach me and teach me the same fucking lesson that I learned the first time you hurt me. That's just that. I'm not going to hold it against you, but I'm also not going to allow you to continue to bring that lesson back around. Once I've learned it, and I'm moving forward. Not because I hate you, not because I'm afraid of you, but because I realize you have served your part in my purpose. You have served your part in my learning. I love myself that much more. And with that little bit more love, I'm now on a little bit higher level of existence. You can't follow me there, not unless you level up too. That's just that. That's just that. So I'm told to pull 3 cards from here and then we're done. We're done, okay? Hold on. Ooh. Well, all right. Only Pisces. I pulled 4 cards. All 4 are major arcana. All 4 are upside down. So let's start with this. All right. All right. Justice in reverse, bias, false accusations, bigotry, severity in judgment, intolerance, unfairness, and abuse. Are these things that you are participating in? Are these things that you are allowing other people to do to you? We have to be aware, okay? What are you participating in? Let's see. Okay, then we have the High Priestess in reverse. Ignorance, short-sightedness, selfishness, passion, physical ardor, acceptance of superficial knowledge. Are we blocking our own ability to understand our life, to travel through our life? Are we blocking ourselves? Is this something that we are passively permitting? When you don't take ownership of your decisions, when you give someone else the power, when you believe within yourself, like they're more powerful than me, they get to do whatever they want to me, you know, whether you realize that's your thought process or not, that gives passive permission. It does. When you allow yourself to shrink too far into yourself, where spaces of your own auric kingdom are not occupied by you and your energy, that creates voids for other things to come and occupy. Emmie, how come I have a parasite? Well, did you shrink too far into yourself, creating a void for something else to occupy? Yeah, but it's my space. But if you don't occupy that space, it's not your space. Creation will allow something else to fill it. So if you don't want something in there, you have to fill up the space. So now we have the Hierophant. So, foolish exercise of generosity, impotence, vulnerability, frailty, unorthodoxy, and renunciation. These are just really indicative of all the ways in which we deny ourselves, we deny our greatness, we deny our own stuff. This is like this thing that I see so many Pisceans, so many empaths, period. So many of us do this where we think that if we allow our abundance to arrive at our door, we're taking it from someone else. But it's not someone else's, it's yours. And when I realized this, I then spent several years allowing my abundance in and then giving it away. Because it's only okay for me to receive my abundance if I then turn around and give it away, which is also a fucking lie. It's a lie. You don't have to give anything away. You can have what's yours and be okay with it. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to be without. You don't have to feel bad for achieving more than someone else. You just have to be the highest expression of your truth that you can possibly reach at any given time. Because remember, life is nothing more than a moment to moment, a string of potentialities that are realized. So the final card is the Moon card. A minor deception recognized before damage is done, trifling mistakes, overcoming temptation. So now you're open to receiving the information that maybe you're deceiving yourself. Maybe it's time for you to recognize all the ways in which you deceive yourself, all the ways in which you hide your own truth from yourself. Denying the fact that you're amazing doesn't make you less amazing. It just makes it harder to understand you because you're still going to be amazing. One of the most powerful but painful things I ever heard was when someone told me, another person who I had a major misunderstanding with and ended up not talking to anymore. They said that the individual was just really, really pissed off because I couldn't see the greatness that I actually am. That I couldn't see that I'm so much more than what I allow myself to admit to me. And that was a very hard realization. That someone outside of me, could see past all my own bullshit that I tried to keep erect so that I could hide all of the stuff that I actually am. So I could hide it away and pretend to be normal. And that's part of what broke the communication down. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. But that's a lesson well learned. Oh, I've been hiding for a very long time. There's a lot of things still hidden, not out of shame, but out of just, I don't know, eventually I'll be more willing and open to travel my path even further. And at that point, maybe humanity will be able to see more of me, a more accurate expression of the gravity of me. But for now, this has to do. For now, it has to do. I'm skittish. So thank you guys so much for sharing this space with me. If you could give this video a thumbs up, I would really, really love that. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me when I'm live. Also, find me on TikTok. I'm going to start doing readings for all the other signs on TikTok. I'll see you guys. Bye.